Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Global Language Podcast. In today's episode, we're talking about something that sounds simple, but is actually very powerful. Small talk. Small talk is what helps you sound natural, confident, and human in English. It's not about big ideas or long speeches. It's about those short, everyday sentences that help you connect with people at work, on the street, in a cafe, or even while waiting for the bus. So let's imagine a real day with real people and real conversations. My day starts in the morning when I arrive at work. I see a colleague near the coffee machine and I say, "Hey, how's it going?" He answers, "Not bad. How about you?" I reply, "Pretty good, just a bit tired today." That's small talk. Simple, natural, and friendly. A few seconds later, he says, "Long day ahead?" And I answer, "Yeah, looks like it." These short exchanges matter more than you think. Later, another coworker joins us and says, "Did you have a good weekend?" I answer, "Yeah, it was nice and relaxing." She smiles and asks, "Do anything interesting?" I reply, "Not really, just took it easy." Then I add, "Sometimes doing nothing is the best plan." That sentence sounds natural, and people say it all the time. Around lunchtime, I walk outside and meet someone I know. I say, "Nice weather today, isn't it?" He answers, "Yeah, finally some sunshine." I reply, "I hope it stays like this." He laughs and says, "You never know with this weather." That's small talk too. Shared comments, shared moments. While waiting for food, the person next to me says, "This place is always busy." I answer, "Yeah, it's popular for a reason." He asks, "Have you been here before?" I say, "A few times. The food is usually good." Then I add, "The service is pretty fast, too." In the afternoon, I run into a friend. I say, "Hey, it's been a while." She answers, "Yeah, too long." I ask, "How have things been?" She replies, "Busy, but good." I nod and say, "I know that feeling." Then she asks, "Are you still working at the same place?" And I answer, "Yeah, for now." Later, during a short break, someone says, "I can't believe how fast this week is going." I reply, "I was thinking the same thing." Then I add, "Time really flies." He answers, "Especially when you're busy." I say, "Exactly." In the evening, on the way home, a neighbor greets me and says, "Long day?" I answer, "Yeah, but it wasn't too bad." She asks, "Any plans for tonight?" I reply, "Just going to relax." Then I say, "I'm looking forward to it." She smiles and says, "You deserve it." At the store, the cashier says, "How's your day been?" I answer, "Pretty good, thanks." Then I ask, "How about yours?" She replies, "Can't complain." I say, "That's good to hear." Before leaving, I hear someone say, "Take care." I answer, "You too." Another person says, "See you around." I reply, "Yeah, see you." Simple words, but they make you sound natural and confident. Let's pause for a moment and repeat an important idea because this matters. Small talk is not about being interesting. Again, small talk is not about being interesting. One more time. Small talk is about being present. When you use phrases like, "How's everything going?" That makes sense. "I hear you." Sounds good. Or, "Fair enough." You're not trying to impress anyone. You're showing that you're engaged, polite, and comfortable in English. And here's another important sentence to remember. People don't remember perfect grammar. They remember how you made them feel. Again, people don't remember perfect grammar. They remember how you made them feel. That's why learning small talk at a B1 to B2 level is so powerful. It helps you move from speaking English to living in English. Continuing our conversation, let's move deeper into how small talk shows up in real life, especially in moments when you don't expect it. For example, you're standing in an elevator with people you don't know very well. No one wants silence, but no one wants a long conversation either. So someone says, "Busy day today?" And another person answers, "Yeah, it's been non-stop." You nod and say, "At least the day is almost over." That short exchange creates comfort. No pressure, no effort, just connection. Later that same day, you're in a meeting. Before it starts, someone looks around and says, "Looks like everyone's running a bit late." You reply, "Yeah, Mondays are always like this." Another person adds, "Tell me about it." These are small talk moments that help break tension. They don't change the meeting, but they change the mood. Now imagine you're talking to someone you don't know well at work. You don't jump into personal topics. Instead, you say things like, "How long have you been working here?" Or, "What do you usually work on?" When they answer, you respond with, "That sounds interesting," or, "Oh, I didn't know that." These phrases show interest without pushing too far. Let's pause and repeat something important. Small talk helps you build trust slowly. Again, small talk helps you build trust slowly. One more time. Small talk helps you build trust slowly. In social situations, small talk becomes even more important. Imagine you're at a friend's gathering. You don't know everyone. Someone introduces themselves and says, "So, how do you know them?" You answer, "We used to work together." They reply, "Oh, nice. What kind of work?" You say, "Media and content creation." Then they respond, "That must be interesting." You smile and say, "Yeah, it keeps things busy." Notice how none of these sentences are complicated, but they sound natural because they're real. That's the key. Now let's talk about small talk when things are not perfect. Someone asks, "How's everything going?" And you're not feeling great. You don't need to explain your whole life. You can simply say, "It's been a bit stressful lately," or "I've had better days." These answers are honest, but still light enough for small talk. Then the other person usually says, "I hope things get better." And you reply, "Thanks, I appreciate that." At a cafe, the barista says, "Long line today, huh?" You reply, "Yeah, but it's moving fast." They smile and say, "What can I get for you?" Small talk creates warmth, even in short interactions. Let's repeat another key idea. Small talk is about tone, not vocabulary. Again, small talk is about tone, not vocabulary. One more time. Small talk is about tone, not vocabulary. Now think about small talk on the phone. You call someone and before the real topic you say, "Hey, is this a good time?" They answer, "Yeah, what's up?" You reply, "I just wanted to check in." Or you might say, "I won't keep you long." These phrases make conversations smoother and more polite. In professional settings, small talk helps you sound confident, not awkward. Before an interview starts, you might say, "Thanks for taking the time to meet with me today." They reply, "Of course." Then you add, "I appreciate the opportunity." This is not big talk. This is small talk done right. Let's go back to everyday life. You see someone you haven't seen in a while. You say, "Wow, it's been ages." They answer, "I know, time flies." You reply, "We should catch up sometime." They say, "Yeah, definitely." Whether it happens or not doesn't matter. The small talk still works. Sometimes small talk is just listening. Someone says, "I'm exhausted today." You don't need advice. You just say, "That sounds rough," or "I hear you." These phrases are powerful because they show understanding. Repeat this sentence with me. You don't need perfect English to connect with people. Again, you don't need perfect English to connect with people. One more time. You don't need perfect English to connect with people. As your English moves from B1 to B2, small talk becomes more flexible. You start adding light opinions like, "I'm not a big fan of crowds," or "I prefer quieter places." You might say, "I'm trying to get back into a routine," or "I've been meaning to do that too." These phrases sound natural and mature. At the end of the day, when someone says, "How did everything go?" you might answer, "It went better than expected," or "It was challenging but manageable." These are realistic responses adults use every day. Before leaving a place, you say, "It was nice talking to you," or "Let's keep in touch," or simply, "Have a good one." Short, natural, effective. Let's repeat one final idea, because this is the heart of today's episode. Small talk is the bridge between silence and real conversation. Again, small talk is the bridge between silence and real conversation. One more time. Small talk is the bridge between silence and real conversation. If you want to improve your English naturally, don't chase big words. Master these small moments. Listen, repeat, and use them in real life. If you're enjoying these episodes and want to keep improving your real-life English, don't forget to subscribe to the Global Language Podcast. Subscribe, listen again, practice out loud, and I'll see you in the next episode.